In this series, we're focusing on innovation in green local energy with our 4 experts: Marilyn Waite, Dr. Thomas Hillig, Leslie Labruto, and Liana Alt.
What are some of the really big kind of barriers or challenges that need to be overcome to get to this point of greater adoption overall?
So first, it's important to note that a microgrid is not a single piece of equipment. It's not a solar panel or an electric vehicle. It's essentially bringing an entire system to the local community level.
Renewables, solar, wind, also batteries are getting more and more mature. On the distribution side, on the microgrid, I think the tricky part is combining these individual elements, these individual components that we have in an optimal way. And at the same time, combining this in an ideal way also means combining it cost efficiently.
It's no small feat to see this technology and this solution scale. You need to have the will from all stakeholders to want to do this.
I'm here in Paris to meet with Dr. Thomas Hillig, founder and managing director of TH Energy, to get his expertise, insights, and knowledge on how to produce green and local energy using microgrids.
Over the years, so 8 years of consulting, I've gathered quite some hands-on experience. I've seen many microgrids, from commercial microgrids, mining microgrids, but also many community microgrids in remote areas. If we want to reduce our carbon footprint, there are basically 2 different options. First one is restriction, consuming less, and the other one is technology and producing energy and also consuming energy more efficiently. I think in the end, microgrids have to be cost competitive. If not, they won't be scaled up. In the long run, I'm very optimistic, but will we be quick enough? This is more what I'm worrying about. So I feel that the technology is there, but how to drive it, that it can be really scaled up. We elected to solve microgrid as a solution for communities to overcome energy poverty, and it is mainly about drivers for this particular field of microgrids, so community microgrids in comparison to commercial and industrial microgrids. It's not so much the technology part actually we are talking about, but more the framework conditions. What has to be in place? We're talking about policies, for example, which might be lacking. Also about financing of microgrids, which stakeholders to get on board to speed up the development.
So I think that education and investment are 2 other barriers to adoption of how can they invest and who invests. What does it mean to have a microgrid? Is there a backup grid in place in case the microgrid does fail? How is it operated? Who gets the most benefit from that? I think it really needs to be a win-win scenario for the adoption to be increased. Even though the cost of electricity that's generated is low, there's still a large capital investment that has to occur.
We do need to recognize that money's a factor, and that's where progressive policy can take place.
In many developing countries, for example, you don't really have any policy at all, so there must be some security, some stable framework conditions for actually investors in order to do this 25 plus a year plus investment.
If we really want to scale microgrids and empower communities in their clean energy future, then it also has to benefit their financial future.
I think there's not enough awareness about what microgrids can actually provide for communities.
It takes digital technology in order to help really orchestrate the grid and the operation of the grid.
For our next check-in, what we want to do is be able to hear from you on the progress you're making to thinking about how we're addressing that challenge that you selected overall and how you're thinking about going to create a potential solution as well. We'll see you next time.